guys, welcome back. I'm getting ready to bring the turbo engine. It's just like a little surprise out of a parts car that I got, and I'm gonna bring the turbo engine in here. I made a small dolly for me to roll it in here, and the mine is something that you can always put to work. I don't have the hands, I don't have anybody that can come and help me at the moment, so I bought a set of small dollies. I'll call them like dolly wheels. They're a little bit bigger than dolly wheels. I bought them on Harbor Frank, and I made myself a small dolly. It's not a small one, but I put the engine and transmission on it, and I'm gonna bring it in here and let me know what you think about the crazy part of it. But it's like a workout, so I'm gonna pull it back in here and get my workout in at the same time. Whew. Like I said, you can use your mentality towards a lot of things. I never seen it, but just came up with the idea. And here we are. Here we got it. Let me show you guys real quick what it looks like. Oh God. So these two wheels, they actually, I had to pump some air on them. I've been had them for a while, and here it is, you guys. I think it haven't been started in the past 5 years, 6 years. I'm not really too specific right now. To be honest, I don't know how long. All I know is that it was drivable when they wrecked the car, so we're gonna try to have a little bit of fun with it. All right, you guys, so this is how the engine came out of the car. I decided to take engine and transmission wire harness. They have all of the turbo accessories. All I gotta do is just hook up the ECU and try to get some good ground to start the engine. I'm gonna mount it in the car. I will just drop it in there. Before that, you can see a bunch of leaves and it looks a little dusty and stuff like that. I mean, it's been 4 years. It could have been worse. If he would have kept it inside doors and stuff like that, it would have been way better than what it looks right now. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take the valve cover to see how often with this oil being changed. I will definitely see different, if I see any debris within oil, like old oil and stuff like that, then I know what I'm working with. I trust the guy. He was an older guy. He actually wrecked the cars on his way to work. He fall asleep and hit a tree. Other than that, I'm gonna put this valve cover on it once I take that one off, just to kind of make it look a little decent. And like I said, I always like to work around something that, like the red valve cover. It's a little old. I guess they did like regular paint and it's already chipped. It's all chipped off and stuff like that. So I'd rather work on an engine that it motivates me even more once I'm working on an engine that has like a good, nice valve cover and, you know, clean platform. But other than that, I'm not gonna do much to it. Like I said, I'm gonna drop this in there. Hopefully we get lucky enough and it'll start. So we're gonna start doing some progress. I'm gonna take some things apart over here, so I'm not gonna do too much to it. Whether just take this valve cover up and see how the timing belt looks like, and that's pretty much it. I'm gonna get busy with this stuff and let you guys take a look at it once I'm done with it. This is a little parts MR2 that I picked up. I picked up this parts MR2 to get the turbo engine out of it. It was in pretty clean condition. It just hit a tree really hard, so I decided to grab it for parts, and I went ahead and did the turbo swap on my Rhd MR2. But even before I try to start it, before I even try to do anything, before I even try to remove it, I was trying to start it on that other car and I didn't get lucky at all to start it, so I decided to swap the engine, everything else, wire harness, and that didn't work neither. So I'm just gonna let it sit right now. I did the whole swap. I didn't want to record anything as far as me doing the engine swap, because I just didn't know how far I was gonna get with it. So I decided to just keep on working on it without recording anything. Right about now, I'm having some wire harness issues. I don't think it's the ECU. I already tried everything I could, and I didn't want it to start. So after I tried everything I could, I noticed that I continue to have issues. To be honest, I haven't heard about nobody that got this type of car from out of the country, like right-hand drive, especially from the UK, and do like a JDM complete swap. Some of the little things change on the wire harness, so I think that's one of the issues that I might be having. So I'm just gonna let it sit for now. I mean, I did a lot of work, I put a lot of time into it. I just didn't feel like recording anything because I knew it was gonna be a little of a mission. I wish I could have recorded more, but I didn't get a chance. So right about now, I'm just gonna order some new parts for it, like new coils and stuff like that, just to do the whole, basically do like a new wire harness. I might buy like a link ECU. So that's the reason I'm deciding to not touch it anymore, because right about now I'm pretty tired of going back and forth with the car and not being able to find the problem. So I went ahead and kind of give it a detail a little bit because it was really bad. I still got to do the inside. If you guys can see, it's not looking 100%. So other than that, I'm just gonna let it sit the way it is. Now I'm gonna give it some love. I'm gonna try to just do more details of like the bottom of it, replacing a lot of things. There are a couple of things under the car that are kind of corroded, so I'm just gonna try to touch up on those things that are very important before I drive it. In the meantime, I'll make my final decisions whether which parts should I get. And when it comes to the MR2, the one that I bought for parts and has a lot of good parts that I was looking for, like this fender I need for my black MR2 over there. I'm not forgetting about the car. It's just been sitting though, but that one, it's gonna start. Little things, less things that I'm going to be needing off that car. And I'm gonna try to do something really cool with the rest of this car. I'll let you guys take a guess on what am I going to be doing. This car will not be something that I'll be driving on the road, but once I get rid of the front end, I know I got some good parts like dash parts and stuff like that. If anybody needs this dashboard, I think somebody asked me before about the dash, and I know this dash, it looks a little dirty, but it's in good conditions, and I got the center console. I might keep it. Anything from the steering wheel towards the front besides the fender, I'm gonna keep. If you need any hardware, I mean, if you need any other stuff, switch, I don't know, just whatever else you guys might like, glove compartment, stuff like that. I'm not gonna be using none of that stuff. And like door panels, I might use them, I might not. It really depends, to be honest. But this is just like a donor car. It was in good conditions before the guy wrecked it, so there's not much we could do about it anyways. This is where it took the hit. If you see, the chassis got hit pretty bad. That's where it took part of the damage right there. And you can see right here where it's not, this is where it took the big hit. So I'm gonna use that car for parts, some of it, and I'm doing something different than what I usually do with cars. I'm not just gonna abandon the car just because it doesn't run. I'm gonna continue to do more things to it now that is coming along, it's coming together. So other than that, I wanted to show you guys a little preview of that. I wish I could have recorded more things. Like this came with the turbo trunk lid, so engine lid. So we're gonna use that, and this one. We're gonna use some parts of the other one to put it together. So yeah, that's where the car sits right now. I'm excited about how it's coming along, because I had the completely taken apart. I had the whole car all jacked up for about 3 months, I would say. So it took me about a weekend to get it situated. Like I said, I'm not gonna be doing much to it anymore, but I'm gonna be detailing the car and just correcting a couple of paint job stuff that are kind of bothering me the way it looks right now. We're gonna touch base on those type of things. We will be doing certain things with the Tacoma shortly, but just stay tuned, guys. I mean, this is just what I do on my free time. This is more like my hobby. The car really got to me. I really got in my feelings when it comes to the car. I got big time in my feelings because I put a lot of work. I did a lot of electrical tests. I swapped everything. I changed the harness twice, and I'm pretty sure it has something to do with UK version of the car, and then this car being a more like a Japanese version of it, turbo, because I had a couple of turbo mods, like turbo Japanese transmission. So the red one that I bought for parts, it was more built into a JDM car, I would say, as far as the engine bay. This one was originally 3SGE engine, so a lot of things don't really match. And you know, due to the age of the car and due to the fact that the car was sitting before I got it and it was not drivable, who knows what else could have been going bad before I got the car. So as far as that, I'm gonna do some wire harness changes, like upgrade this stuff, that way I'm able to enjoy this car. This is gonna be more like a weekend car, not just like a beat on type of car. And the black one is one that I'm gonna be, you know, doing more cool things with it, as in, like, I'm not gonna be as wary about that car if it's not street driven. Like, if it's something like, I wouldn't be worried about AC units and like other little things. But with this car in specific, it's something that I will love to have full blown all of the accessories. So like I said, I really got in my feelings. I was a little mad and disappointed about everything that I did to try to put it together, because I tried to start the engine in the red one and it wouldn't do anything, so I put it in the white one and it was doing the same thing. As far as I didn't get no spark, so the main issue that I'm having is no spark. It could be anything from like ECU, distributor, you know, it could be anything. So I did a lot of change, like test parts that I had, and nothing really worked out. So what I'm gonna do for now, like I said, I'm not gonna leave this car behind. I'm not gonna forget about it and don't work on it. I will just touch up on some of the stuff on the paint job that are not really 100% to what I would say. So yeah, that's just pretty much it for now. You know, quick little review on the vehicle. I wish I would have done the whole process of me changing the engine, but I knew I was gonna go through a lot of things, and I'm new to YouTube. I didn't want it to be recording just me testing 100 different things that didn't work out, you know what I mean? So we're gonna leave it as that. Shortly we're gonna be having the black one running, just to be able to move it around. Like I said that before, now that I got the fender in here and some of the extra parts, I'll be able to just put all that stuff together and be able to move it, because I have some suspension damage as well, which is one of the reasons why I was pushing back on not fixing the car, as in like getting it to drive and move around. But now that I got the white one almost finished, we're gonna focus more on the black one a little bit more, because it's easier to just touch up on that one and try to do some cool things with the Tacoma as well. Thanks you guys for liking and subscribing. And if you guys have any comments, if any of you guys been through this type of issues with the MR2s, as in like swapping it, like I said, this is original. This car is originally right-hand drive and it was built in the UK. Original, everything was original on this car. I mean, it had a couple of touch-up wirings here and there, but if anybody ever swapped like a UK MR2 with like a Japanese version wire harness, which this is a 3SGE, like I said, and it has a 3SGTE wire harness and engine in it right now with the ECU. So I try to convert everything together for see if it'll work. But right about now, I don't feel like buying a bunch of parts just to try out. I haven't heard about nobody that did this type of swap, so we're just gonna leave it as that. We're not gonna waste time and money. We're just gonna try to enjoy the car how it is, you know what I mean, make it look better, detail it, get more to the body stuff that are bothering me, like I said, and that'll come along, and that'll satisfy me, and probably it'll make me feel way better than what it is right now. So if anybody has any idea of trying to 3S GE non-turbo engine towards like swapping it into 3S GTE wire harness and stuff like that, I'll be more than welcome to hear from that and get some help from you guys. But like I said, I won't rush it. If I can't get it together within a couple of months or a couple of weeks, then we'll just start ordering some parts and just do like an upgrade on this thing, do like a standalone ECU in this vehicle. And sometimes I'm pretty serious about this type of stuff, you know, because I just be in my head, you know. It's so many cars, but I have fun. You don't have to enjoy the cars or drive them all the time to like enjoy them. Like, I enjoy working on them, and that's why it's kind of, sometimes I'm just so serious about, hey, let me just work on it. Hey, it's a headache. I spent a lot of time in this car. Basically, I spent like an entire weekend trying to get this car together, and I still couldn't get it to start. I got it to where it has spark one time, but I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that later down the road. It actually has spark with the original 3S GE wire harness, but I didn't feel like that wire harness was going to be good enough for me to, you know, get the turbo engine running, so I decided to remove it. So I'm having fun while working on them, touching up on them, detailing them, you know. The weather is not the best. Where I got the cars right now is not the cleanest, I would say, but it's better than not being able to work on them because of, you know, standing on the other, like, all the debris by the grass or the tire or the dirt. So as far as that, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thanks again for liking and subscribing. The small subscribers that are kind of coming new to the channel, there's nothing but a lot of challenges in my channels. There's a low pace, it's a slow process, but I love the challenge. Even though it's a slow pace, I'm gonna try to continue to get more footage and more things for you guys. That way we can stay in touch with each other. But like I said, for me, it's not as satisfying because the car is not driving. But I mean, it's satisfying being able to find out what works and what doesn't work, because I'm trying to stay in between the game MR2 stuff. You know, I'm not just trying to walk away from it. This is not like I'm trying to build the car to make money off of it. This is just me trying to build the car to just remember years from now, if I can, hey, remember when I went through those stuff with that car, and I got it all figured out, and I drive it every time I want to. So that's what the channel is about. It's not just about cool cars and driving them, you know what I mean, and not just bragging about the cars. None of that. It's just about being able to enjoy them and try to put them together and just see what other things we could do to add on, to just see, like, hey, you know, we did this much. So it's all about that. It's all about enjoying them and getting the knowledge out of them. Like the Tacoma, you know, I always liked the Tacomas myself. I was not planning on getting a Tacoma like this one, but here we are, you know. So we're gonna enjoy the most of it, and that's what it is. That's what it is about. That's what the channel is about. Hopefully you guys share the same feelings for cars like I do. You don't always have to be driving these cars to enjoy them. Like I said, you can work on them. You could just take them all apart, find out, get to know more about the ECU process, about the wire harness, about everything. Get to know your car like inside out. It's what it is about. So, you know, we're gonna wrap it up, make it short. I went ahead and said a lot more than what I wanted to say anyways, but I'll keep you guys updated. I'll try my best, you know what I mean, to keep on track, because sometimes I try to go down one road and then the car will take me down another one, so then I got to readjust myself to what I got going on with the vehicle. So thanks a lot, you guys, for liking and subscribing, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.